Hi, it's Cathy with inkingitupwithcathy.com, and I am back with another episode of Tip-In on Tuesday. Today I'm working with the Delightfully Detailed Designer Series paper again, and I'm going to show you how to make this adorable card for a sweet baby. So let's get started. You'll need a piece of petal pink paper, which measures 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches for your card. A piece of vanilla, very vanilla, that measures 4 by 5.25 inches for the inside of the card. A piece of very vanilla for the front of the card that measures 4 inches by 5.25 inches. And you'll see that I embossed that with the subtle embossing folder. And then a piece of very vanilla that measures 3.5 inches by 5 inches that also has been embossed with the subtle embossing folder. And then you're just going to need a little bit of scrap for doing some stamping and punching out. So the first thing we'll do is go ahead and do some of the stamping. I have the little bunny from the A Good Day stamp set here, and we'll also be using this just because as well. We're also going to use the Sweet Baby from the Itty Bitty Greetings stamp set, and we'll be using the Welcome Little One from the Animal Outing stamp set. So we need 2 of these little bunnies, and we're going to use the Memento ink, and we will stamp those. On a scrap piece, and then on another scrap piece we will stamp the Just Because in Flirty Flamingo ink. And we'll stamp 2 of those. And then finally, we'll take the Sweet Baby and stamp that once. The Just Because will be stamped out with the 1.25 inch scallop circle punch. You know, I think that may be larger than that. It is. My mistake. That is 1 3/8 inch scallop circle. Sorry about that. And we'll punch those out. I'm going to take my 1 inch circle punch and punch out the rabbits. And then finally, the Sweet Baby I am going to cut out with the smallest of the circle dies, which is a little bit bigger than 1 inch. If you use the punch, you'll be cutting into the words a little bit, so we wanted to get a little bigger, and so that first circle from the layering circles works. And so I have that here. I'm going to take my Petal Pink blends marker, and if you don't have the blends markers yet, you could always use just a regular marker for this. And I'm just going to color in the bow and then just give a little bit in the ears and his nose. I'll do that on both bunnies. And then I'm going to get some pearls out, and I need a couple of the largest pearls. And I'm going to color 2 of those with the blends. And I'm actually using the darker of the 2 blends. And I'm going to color those so that they are a little nice pale pink. Set those aside to dry. The rabbit. One rabbit can go on the Just Because, and then the Sweet Baby can go on the other one. And then we'll set this bunny to the side as well. We're going to use this piece of the Delightfully Detailed Designer Series paper, and you want to make sure that you get out all of these little pieces that maybe didn't get punched out when the paper was made. So just kind of look around and see if you've got a few that didn't, and in this case it looks like I have a couple, but not too many. So what I've also done is punch some circles. And what I've got is 2 of them. The Blushing Bride are at a 1/2 inch and 3/4 of an inch. The Petal Pink are at a 1/2 inch and 1 inch. The Flirty Flamingo are at 1 inch and 1 1/4 inches. And the Powder Pink are at 1/2 inch and 1 3/4 inches. And we're going to be using the Very Vanilla side, so I'm going to turn that over and bring in my silicone mat. And I'm going to start gluing down my circles. I'm going to get my sponge and get some glue here. And if you've watched my other Delightfully Detailed videos, you'll see that I put some glue and then I put a little bit of water, little spritz of water, and get that a little bit more liquidy. Now I am going to place my Flirty Flamingo ones here and here. So let's start with those 2. And so I'm going to tap down there and tap down here. And this will go there, and this one will go here. And then I will put my Petal Pink ones down, and those are going to be this one here and this one here. So I'll tap there and out here. And finally, well, not finally, the next one will be my Blushing Bride ones, and those will be here and down here. And now finally, my Powder Pink ones will be here and here. Just be careful you don't tear those. And place those down just like that. And now we can glue this whole thing down to this 3.5 inch by 5 inch piece of the Very Vanilla, which has been embossed. So I'm going to get my liquid glue out again and run a bead around this whole outside edge. and then in each of these circles. And if they didn't secure down all the way from your first gluing, that's okay, because they're going to secure down when you put this all down on here. So we'll turn this over and place this down. And depending upon how you get it placed, you may need to do a little bit of trimming of the edge here, which I need to do. But I'm going to go ahead and let that dry a bit. And on the inside of the card, I've placed the welcome and the little one from the animal outing set together on my block, and I'm going to stamp that with Memento ink. And then at the bottom, I have a piece of the powder pink, which is 1 inch by 4 inches. And I'll place that at the bottom. Get a piece of the tear and tape. Place that at the top. And I have a piece that's about 5.5 inches of the lace trim, and I'm going to put that on here. Now here's a tip for you. This is a little sticky because this lace is open and you have the tear and tape sticking through there. Just take your embossing buddy, let me grab mine, and just tap along that. And that stickiness will go away. So now we can put that inside our card. And our little bunny that is on the scalloped one will go on a dimensional. I think I'll put 2 because we are going to be attaching to where the ribbon is as well. And we'll put that right there. And then we'll get one of our colored pearls and put that down in the bottom there. So there's the inside of the card. Now we'll finish up the outside of the card. So this piece, I'm going to do that trimming that I need to do. I'm going to put that up on dimensionals. And place that right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and use liquid glue because I've got so much weight on the front of it to secure it down to my card. Just like that. And then the little bunny by itself is going to go on a dimensional. And be placed right up here. And this sweet baby will go on dimensionals. And be placed right down here. And again, the other colored pearl will be placed right below there. Ooh, I didn't get that on there straight, did I? Well, I'll fix that off camera. So I'll bring in the original. So here is that cute little welcome baby card. I hope you enjoyed that, and tune in next week for another episode of Tippin' on Tuesday, and check out my blog on Friday for Fast and Fabulous on Friday. Have a great week.